Ruto, whenever he comes up with a program, it's for money making. For him, it's for money making.
It was a bare-knuckle display, as it was a little bombshell. The former Attorney General Justin Muturi linking President William Ruto to high-level corruption and terming him unfit for office.
But is he corrupt? Examples aside.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Very. Yes, irredeemably.
Okay.
Corrupt.
One example.
Muturi narrated how President Ruto called to instruct him to sign a 129 billion shillings deal with Russian oligarchs on planting trees.
I land in Dubai, Ruto is calling me. Those people, those Russians, want to do, they are there, they are in Dubai, they are waiting, you signed in. I said, I'm just at the airport and I'm on transit. I am not leaving the airport.
Right.
He said, no, but they are there. Your people, your staff have already worked on the document. I said, no, I will need to go and review it in office.
This document being the deal?
The deal. They were purporting to give a grant of $1 billion to grow allegedly 3 billion trees.
Muturi alleged that the project was a private money-making venture, yet the grant was to be channeled directly to the Ministry of Environment.
No, William Ruto, whenever he comes up with a program, it's for money making. For him, it's for money making. Now, I come and tell them, they bring me an MOU. I tell them, and I remember I spoke about the MOUs.
Yes.
I told them, it came from the Ministry of Environment, which they pushed through. I tell them this thing, the $1 billion can only be by way of a grant, but it cannot come directly to the ministry because under the PFM Act, Section 47, it can only go through the National Treasury. They are trying to avoid that money going to the National Treasury, and is money coming from abroad.
Right.
I mean,
you're being asked to sign in an airport.
I'm being told to sign at Dubai airport, and this William Ruto calling me directly. I'm telling you.
Having worked with President Ruto during this time, when he served as Kenya's Attorney General, Muturi says he arrived at a sorry conclusion.
I think it's a very unfortunate situation for the country that we have William Ruto sitting in the office as President of Kenya. I think William Ruto is actually unfit for the position of President of the Republic of Kenya. I have come sadly to that conclusion.
Muturi went all out and linked President William Ruto to the Adani deal that he says was inked in Dubai.
He's the one who was clearly behind it. And I know this because when his advisor, Adan Mohammed, invited me to attend the COP28 in Dubai in 2023, he gave me a lot of information which ended up with the Adani deal about the airport specifically.
Muturi also roped in the Aurora and Kimorel scandal, a project where the government secured a loan worth 63 billion shillings from an Italian company, CMC di Ravenna. But there were discrepancies regarding the actual cost, quality of work, and accountability. Muturi revealed that President William Ruto has been asserting undue control over his cabinet, preventing cabinet secretaries from freely executing their duties.
Even in cabinet, if you want to know something where he has an interest, a CS will make a presentation and then William Ruto will take over. Say, this one is good. He begins now to explain, making sure that there is no dissent.
In the Tell It All interview, the former Public Service Cabinet Secretary called the president a dangerous man.
William Ruto is a true example of Daniel Moi.
Stephen Leto, Citizen TV.